Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hello everyone, hope you're having a good weekend looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin in today's video. Going to go live tomorrow at some point and we'll cover altcoins and do some Q&A and all that fun stuff. So starting it off here, we're looking at the daily time frame, and a couple days ago I pointed out, well actually the thumbnail of the video was last chance daily bulls. And essentially what that was saying was we have to hold this low of support, otherwise we're heading back down to the dump low in the upper 5,000 range, and that's a potential significant setback as the bulls must hold a weekly higher low in order to try and change this trend. So again, the weekly reminder, we have our low, high of the bounce, and here's the bulls attempting a higher low. If we lose this level and just drop down to a lower low, it's a big step back because we have to do it all over again to try and change the trend. We will have to bounce, we'll have to set another lower high, then a higher low and a higher high. So the bulls really want to hold this level to not have that big step back. And on the daily time frame, it's the same thing. We have our low, high of the bounce, here's our higher low just barely holding, and now we want to see, or the bulls want to see, continuation and a break. Where we currently stand, we're right in the middle of this channel. Again, for me and my time, it is a no trade zone. Can you make profit in this channel as a bull? Absolutely, but I'm not going to sit here scouting this trade when there's way more opportunity percentage-wise in the stock market world, and I do that 5 days a week. So last thing I'm going to be doing on the weekend is trying to eke out a couple percent here and there. And again, if you have nothing better to do, by all means, you can do it. It's just when the trend is not in your favor and you have a tightening pattern in an equilibrium formation forming, the trading opportunity is more limited in both directions. So again, it's just, for me, it's personally about waiting until the odds are in my favor for easy trades, high probability trades, and bigger gains, rather than trying to trade in less favorable situations where the odds are less easy in my favor, less easy to be making profit. So equilibrium pattern, still a no trade zone for me personally. And unless we break 7,520, it's just a lower high on this daily time frame. So this bounce right now, 7,064 is our top. We could see another $400 and it's still a lower high. So we have to keep that in mind. Once the daily chart breaks the lower highs, absolutely I will be interested in a position as a bull. But don't forget the exponential resistances. Look at the last 3 bounce attempts. Rejection, 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 and here they come again. So we're going to have to break the lower highs to get over these exponential resistances. Just looking at what it looks like on the shorter term time frames, we had a double bottom down at 6,518 and 6,522, and we've seen a nice bounce on the 4-hour time frame since then, getting back again into the middle of this pattern while we're in this tightening equilibrium that you can see with more detail on this 4-hour time frame. So another reason that I don't like trades within this current range is there are some shenanigans going on. And what I mean by that is there's a bunch of fake outs. So look at these fake outs on the 5-minute time frame now, where it's intentionally, they're bear traps, and then we see some short squeeze action after trapping those bears. So look at this pullback we had right here. We traded sideways for a long time. We dumped on some decent volume very quickly. V-shaped recovery, bull break, and this trap shorts that entered on a break of support, then had to cover and added to this move. Then we traded sideways for a long time again. Look at this bear break. Bear break, we take out all support established the previous few hours, V-shaped recovery, and then a little short squeeze. So we've seen this a couple times now. And again, it's worth noting, but trying to maneuver around this space again is just tricky. The odds are less in your favor. And we're seeing people hunt for stop losses. So triggering stop losses and then V-shaped bounce, and then it's happened twice now. So we'll see if that continues to happen. We do have hourly support from the lows of that dump. I'm looking down at 6,773. We are very likely to form another higher low on the hourly time frame. But again, from where we stand right now, we need a $500 move, and that's about a 7% move from right here in order to get to the daily lower high and try and break that resistance. So it is possible that these bulls could head to that level from here. We would need to see increasing bull volume tomorrow to have that kind of strength to get up to 7,500 and beyond. What I would personally love to see is an equilibrium that gets real tight into the early start of next week, where we have our bounce, where we top out, we set a lower high compared to 7,520, we pull back and form a higher low compared to 6,518, and then we see a break perhaps sometime around Tuesday, Wednesday, middle of next week. So that would be ideal, and I say ideal because the tighter we get, the more clear the break is going to be, and the more traders are going to react to that break. So if we get really tight on the daily in this equilibrium pattern and we get a bull break, we're going to see a lot of shorts cover and we're going to see a lot of bulls enter positions. And likewise, if it's a bear break, we're going to see the exact opposite reaction. So I love tight patterns. It's what I look for when trading stocks every single day. I don't trade in the first 15 minutes. I usually wait 45 to an hour and wait for tight patterns to form on individual names. And then when those tight patterns break, I make the trade entry. So that's what we're watching on Bitcoin. Most of the other names here, Ethereum and Litecoin, set up very similar. Ethereum came very close to breaking support, but it did hold it just barely by $3.33. So here is the range that we're watching. We have our low, high of the bounce, barely a higher low, and anything under 421.59 is just another lower high. So we're not changing the trend at this point, but we are seeing a tightening equilibrium pattern, and we're waiting for this equilibrium pattern to break, likely sometime, perhaps in the next couple days. All depends. If the bulls see more follow through, we'll stay in this pattern a bit longer. And if we fade back down, the odds will continue to favor the bears. And we can't lose sight. It's not a 50-50 shot with how this pattern is going to break right now. It absolutely still favors the bears because of the preceding trend that we have been in over the past couple of weeks. And the fact that the daily chart, again, hasn't even formed a significant lower high close to the previous one just yet. So Ethereum, again, just to wrap it up, the key range is 421.59, and of course the recent low that we have tested. Litecoin on the daily time frame has a couple higher lows. Most recently, 112.10 is support and 137.89 is resistance. Today's day is weaker than the other two, and I say that because we have a daily inside bar forming, whereas Ethereum and Bitcoin on the daily time frame already broke the high of yesterday and have seen follow through. So Litecoin is a daily inside bar currently forming. We're nowhere near breaking the daily lower highs. At this point, we would need about 20% in order to do so. So again, the odds favor the bears because we are not close to a bull break. We're much closer to a support break than we are to a resistance break. So bulls could absolutely pull it off, but we're going to need increasing bull volume to be confident. Otherwise, we're just patiently waiting and stalling before we get the dump down towards the lows that we have seen on this consolidation. And if those lows break of consolidation, we know another leg down is coming where we're going to get oversold dump opportunities. So we'll see. We'll have a lot more information in the next couple of days as to where this pattern is headed, and we'll be watching very intently. So again, we'll be going live tomorrow in the afternoon. I usually give a couple hours heads up, but don't want to set the time too far in advance to limit myself and box myself in. I appreciate everybody's comments with all the do good things and all those charities on the last video that we did. Certainly have a long list to go through. I started reading some of them, but have well over 100 that I need to check out. And eventually I'll pick one, probably by tomorrow, I'll pick one and donate to it and then give whoever suggested it that free course. The bot radar that we recently released for the alert system, we appreciate the feedback. We've been tweaking it around a bit. We have it back to signaling whether it's buying or selling pressure that's going on. And we also raised the minimum threshold to try and make those orders going, or those alerts going off less often, and to make it a more significant dollar amount in terms of when those alerts do go off. So we're going to continue monitoring that. And the way to use that during trading is ideally, obviously, you want to be going in the direction where the bots are going. And that's where we stand right now. I would only use it for with the trend. So if we're in a downtrend on the daily time frame and we start to see bots buying and there's no clear entry on the charts, I would ignore it. But if we're in a downtrend and we're close to a key support break and we see the bots start to come in, I would definitely enter bearish on that support break. So it can almost be like a little confidence indicator going with the direction that you're looking in, because as we know, these bots are constantly playing games with each other, and we can have bots on opposing sides doing very little to change the price action because they're just trading back and forth with each other. Again, that's something that's illegal to do in stocks, and I actually saw a personality from a forum get arrested. He was a 24-year-old arrested for doing it with penny stocks, trading shares back and forth with himself to create the illusion of volume. But you can do that in cryptocurrency due to the lack of regulation. There are rumors or not rumors, but reading today that Coinbase is potentially looking to get registered with the SEC and to follow more significant regulations. And again, traders want to see this, and it will make trading better, in my opinion. But whether or not you want the regulation on it's all, a can of worms in terms of what your opinions are. But as a trader, I would like to see a more regulated exchange that has more trustworthy for people to put their funds on it, gives more features, and again, eliminates all of that potential illegal activity that is allowed currently in the cryptocurrency space that can really make things difficult and can, especially for us retail traders. So that's where I stand. We'll continue to monitor the situation, as I do believe that is the course that Coinbase is going to go, as their goal is to be the most legitimate exchange in the US. And it does seem that they are on the path to be doing that. Certainly fun, interesting times ahead of us, and we'll continue to check back in. So I'll see you all live tomorrow. We'll go over a bunch of altcoins as well. We'll see if we get a little bit more clarity on these daily equilibrium patterns. I hope you all continue to do good things, and we'll check back in, and I'll let you know what charity I chose from the list.